Welcome to your specially designed hamstring strengthening yoga flow. A lot of us are quad dominant, meaning our quads on the front of our thighs are much stronger than the hamstrings on the back of the thighs. And sometimes when you get this imbalance, it creates, or when you have this imbalance, it can create knee pain, which can lead to knee injury, which makes your knee joint a little bit susceptible to problems. And so we want to make sure we don't leave these hamstrings out in the strengthening realm of the world. Also, if you've ever had micro tears within your hamstrings, sometimes up here in where they insert into the pelvis, or anywhere along the hamstring, it can be very painful and it can take a long time to heal. And people think, oh, I'll just stretch them to help them heal. But really what the hamstrings want is strength work. Strength work increases blood flow increases healing. So that's what our focus today will be. It might be handy if you pretty much, this is the only thing you might need for our flow is a couple of blocks. If you like these for Warrior 1, Warrior 3. So let's begin. We're going to start on our backs for bridge pose. So come onto your backs. And we're going to walk our feet to where we can just tickle the backs of the heels with our fingertips. And then we're just going to lift the hips and reach overhead. So this is contracting the hamstrings because we're bringing the pelvis a little bit closer to the lower legs. So these muscles have to shorten and contract to lift those hips. And then we're going to bring them down. So we're just going to flow with this, inhaling the arms up overhead, squeezing the glutes at the top, and lowering with the exhale. Inhaling up and exhaling to lower. Inhale up, exhale, lower. So you can continue and do that double leg, or if you want more challenge and need a little more strength work, if you're beyond that, you can lift a leg and do the same thing with single leg. And you can do with or without the arms. This is just like bridge with lifting weights. So you can try that or stick to just the double leg. But if you're doing two, let's switch legs. Lifting up and lowering. So the next time you do this, you could just start with single leg if you know that is a better fit for your strength level or your body, or just stick to two legs. Really push down, feel those hamstrings working. Bridge is awesome for a lot of these exercises we'll do today are fantastic for the hamstrings and the glutes and the back. All right, lower the hips and we're going to flip over onto our tummy for locust. Locust pose is awesome for many, many things. And we can do different things with our arms. I'll just show you a variety of things. But I want you to kind of tilt the pelvis so you're kind of doing that tailbone tucking action, okay? Just to help your back feel better. So we're going to lift up and really emphasize the lifting of the legs, and you will really feel the hamstrings and the glutes here. Pause at the top for a few seconds and then exhale and lower. And inhale, you can bring the arms alongside, rotate the palms down, Give those legs a little lift. So you're working the whole back side of the body. If that's too much, you can relax the top half and just emphasize and lift the legs. If you want to get 2 for 1 or your whole back side of the body, then you would lift everything. The most difficult position for your arms is the Superman. Again, emphasize those legs and relax. One more time, your choice of arm, either with or without your shoulders and upper back. Keep that pelvis kind of tilted and relax, and then just push that back into child's pose. And release those back muscles. Take some big belly breaths there, stretching that low back area out. One more nice breath. And then we're going to head into down dog. Here we are in down dog, giving those hamstrings a little bit of a stretch, sending our hips up high, pitching our weight over our heels, over our feet more than our hands, and rotating the biceps forward. Take another breath here, and then we're going to sweep this right leg up, and then exhale to plant into a lunge. Bring that back foot to warrior 1 or crescent, whatever you find most comfortable, and then sweep the arms up and settle in. Okay, here, if you remember right, the hamstrings, as you hold this, the hamstrings work to extend the leg behind you. So my left one is working in hip extension. My right leg is working to hold this knee bent. And if I kind of try to pull that front foot towards my body, towards my hips, then that really flexes. So take another breath there. So I'm going to take a couple of blocks and put them here for warrior 3, just in case I need them. So I'm going to go from warrior 1, and then lift that back leg up, extending the leg, extending the hip, dropping that hip so the pelvis is pretty even, the hips are pretty even. And I can use a block, 2 blocks, or a chair, or a wall, whatever might be helpful. The little bend in that standing leg, wherever it works, and then just play around with your balance here. Find a tiny little point to focus on and breathe. Love to have a wall to catch me. Take another breath here. And then we're going to slowly work down back into warrior 1. Sweep the arms up. And then turn the back foot parallel to the back of the mat and come into warrior 2. Again, kind of drawing that foot this direction, keeping the knee outward. You can really feel the hamstrings working, especially on that front leg. So take a nice breath there. And then we're going to drop that back hand in reverse. Give that a good side body stretch. And then bring elbow to knee for side angle. You can have your arm up or overhead. And again, try to pull that foot in towards you, that front foot in towards you. Really fires up those hamstrings. Breathe. Nice job. Nice job. I can really feel my hammies. Okay, I'm going to sweep that around and return back to that lunge. So now I'm more in crescent with my toe up on the back. And then I'm going to bring my leg up, shake him out a bit, and then extend that same leg back for like a reverse lunge or crescent, whatever you want to call it. In, out, up, down. Watch that knee, keep it stationed right over, pointing right over the second and third toe. 2 more. Exhale, inhale up, and exhale down. And then plant the hands, step it back to a down dog. If you want to sweep that leg and kick it out, you can. Breathe. I'm going to flip around so I don't have my back to you and bring it back up to do the left side. We're going to sweep that left leg up, exhale to plant. Take my back foot to warrior one, or it can be up on the ball of the foot. For crescent, reach it up. And I forgot to do my blocks, so hold that while I grab my blocks. So we're going to just reach up. Keep that, pull that knee, front knee in, or that foot in, so you're flexing that hamstring. Take a big breath, and then we're going to sweep around and lift off to warrior one. Toe is pointing downward, hips are even. Trying as best as we can to be even. And then as you play with your balance, you'll find that it requires a lot more strength to not rely on something else. So that might be something that you work into. Maybe you'll hold on to something for a while and then find that you can start to hover more, start to get your balance more. 1 more breath. And then we're going to return to warrior one. Sweep it up. And then turn it into 2. Warrior 2. Shoulders over hips, knee drawing outward, not caving in. Take a nice breath there. Feel the hammy contract as you drag. Think about dragging your foot towards you. And then drop the back hand for reverse warrior. And exhale into side angle. The more you do these wonderful hamstring stretches, or not stretches, strengtheners, you'll feel a difference around your knee joint and have more balance between and not be at risk for hamstring injuries. You'll be more resilient. From here, let's see. From here, we're going to walk it back around, or sweep it back around to warrior one or crescent, and then come up. Shake your legs out for a moment. Take a nice cleansing breath. And then we're going to take that right foot back, same leg back again for reverse lunge. Okay, so we're extending the leg, which is hip extension. And we're bending that front knee. So hamstrings are firing on both legs. Bring it back up, bring it back down. Keep breathing. I like to exhale on the lunge, inhale when I come up. Let's do 2 more. Good, and then bring it down to the hands to the mat. Step it back to down dog. You may sweep, kick it out if that feels good, and then just open up. Now you can just rewind that standing sequence Again, for a second time if you have time, or you can always repeat the whole thing if you want a longer hamstring workout. If you do this daily, you will find a difference. You will feel a difference. So we're just going to step, step, step. Bend your knees, lift your tailbone, exhale, give yourself a little stretch. Unless you have a tear, then skip the stretch. Inhale, extend the spine for a halfway lift. Take a big breath, exhale, lower into a fold. Inhale, all the way up. Hands together. Draw your hands into your heart. And thank yourself for taking care of an incredibly important group of muscles, the hammies. Namaste. Thank you for joining me, and remember, there are 2 other hamstring videos that you can bring all together. There's the hamstring stretching one and the hamstring rolling one. So you can, links will be on this video. If this is very interesting to you, this concept of combining yoga and self-massage, you'll want to visit my website. There's a link below. There's an online class for yoga and self-massage. It's an online 8-week class series that brings these pieces together: the rolling, the myofascial release, the stretching, the strengthening, the correct biomechanics. It's all in one in a class series. If you're just really interested in learning a little bit more about self-massage, then visit my website. There's a little link below. And you will find, if you subscribe, you will find a free 5-minute kind of introduction to self-massage. I call it the Self-Massage 101 Challenge. That is an excellent way to get familiar with massage. If you don't have the yoga tune-up balls, use a couple of tennis balls or racket balls and a sock to get started. And I hope that this is super helpful to you in your journey of self-care and trying to do all the things you want to do for as long as you can. Thank you again for joining me. See you later.